Bismillah, alhamdulillah. Okay, so the actual subject I'm going to get to tonight, inshallah, is a summary of what every Muslim, every imam, every board member, every masjid, the entire community must start doing now, immediately, um, to save the converts to Allah's deen and to avoid the punishment that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has set up for you. That's going to be the topic. I'm going to come back to that later. But what I want to get to right now, okay, because what I've been talking about is that the Muslims who came here committed the biggest crime against Islam, the biggest crime in the history of Islam. So what I want to talk to you right now about is this. It's right here on the screen. When Allah brought Arabs and Dacis to the western lands of Dawah, like the United States, okay, He was setting you up. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was examining the ummah. And I'm going to show you how it was a perfect setup for what's about to come to you. Okay? Allah was setting you up for your end. And that's after 500 years of neglecting your Islam and being in constant decline and a total failure. And then the great big climax to your ignorance and stupidity and criminality is what you did here, but Allah had you on the stage examining you, and that's what I'm fixing to show you. All right? This was the big imtihan. Okay? Basically, what Allah was doing was examining what will the ummah do when I give them the greatest opportunity in my deen. I will send them into a land where they have everything they need and they have the perfect opportunity to be the Ansar of converts, the Ansar of human beings entering Islam, to be the Ansar of the mission of Dawah, and your people did the opposite. You completely ignored it and destroyed the lives of converts, okay? When I say the greatest opportunity, your people arrived, I know. You were just thinking, oh, we get out of the Muslim world and we can go live a better life in America or in Europe, okay? That was what was on your minds, okay? But Allah was setting you up. Allah is always doing that to human beings. Okay, so you were walking into, like, the final test before Allah wipes your part of the ummah off the map. Okay? So, understand, I mean, the perfection. Think about what Allah did to Bani Israel, because I've been talking about this in some sessions, and you'll see that what Allah has done to you is exactly what Allah did to Bani Israel, and that is exactly what Rasulullah said. He said you will follow them step by step. Allahu Akbar. And I have sessions where I talk about this, okay? But towards the end, the last few hundred years of their, having the deen of Allah, just like what Allah has done with the Muslims in recent decades, Allah was sending armies, okay, to really punish them harshly. So many of them were killed, just like today's Muslims. So many of them were scattered as refugees, just like today's Muslims. Okay? And they lost control of their own land. Allah took it away from them, just like today's Muslims. Okay? The Arabs and Daisies, the Muslims today, you don't own or control a single Muslim country, actually. Okay? I mean, the vast majority, 98% of the Muslim countries are under the control of non-Muslims. Okay? I want you to see then, okay, so then, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was sending Anbiya to warn them. Then came the grand finale. The grand finale. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Isa alayhi salam. And you should know that story. So Isa alayhi salam was warning Bani Israel, you're about to be finished. And Isa alayhi salam was taking just a small group of the people who listened to him and telling them about, another ummah coming. Okay? In the end, Bani Israel received the lana of Allah. From that point on, Allah took away the hidayah, which is exactly what's happened to your people. They were never able to get their Islam right. And then forever after, Allah just sent destruction, and Allah brought other people to His deen. Okay? This is exactly what's happened here, guys. Okay, so look. When Allah brought your people to the West, to the United States, to Europe, etc., look how perfect His setup was. He was doing all of these things simultaneously. This is what's on the screen. Okay, He brought you to the West. That was a big move. Okay, Muslims hadn't been living in the West for hundreds of years. Allah was giving you the final chance, and I've gone into the details of that. You had the chance, the great opportunity for the mission of dawah to be the Ansar of converts. You did the opposite. You ignored it. You hurt the converts, insulted the converts, abused the converts, ignored the converts. You destroyed our lives. Allah was setting you up for the final chance. Okay? And immediately, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala began increasing His adhab, His punishment on the Muslim world. I've said that Allah has sent varying kinds of punishment on 26 Muslim countries. Most of that has been in the last 50 years. The exact same time period that your people were living here, enjoying your lives, and ignoring the mission of dawah, the biggest crime in Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent people constantly warning you and calling you back to the deen and calling you to transform your life. The vast majority of you ignored. Okay? And at the same time then, Allah was still bringing converts to His deen. Why? Because Allah is raising the people who will inherit His deen. Okay, this is in the Quran. Okay? At the same time, Allah is bringing the inheritors of His deen, and your crimes against us and against the mission of dawah are being recorded in your book. Allah is establishing the evidence against you. Allah has brought the converts as witnesses against you. You understand? Look at this list. Perfect. Allah set you up perfect. Okay? And boom, you're about to disappear. Because you ignored it, you committed the biggest crime, you've had people warning you. Allah has already been sending punishment all over the Muslim world. You still don't wake up. You're still just living the same stupid way that your people have been failing for hundreds of years. And you ignored everything that Allah gave you. And so what Allah has done now is Allah has brought fascism back into the world. And Allah has brought fascism everywhere Muslims live. I talked about this, okay? And that includes the United States and all of Europe and India and the Middle East. It's coming, guys, okay? And that is also, as Rasulullah said, step by step. You will follow the Yahud, you will follow Bani Israel, and Allah will do to you exactly what He has done to them. Because Allah says in the Quran that He does not change His ways. And so many of your people were aligned with the Nazis as they were killing the Jewish people in Europe, and until today, your people celebrated that. The 33 years I've been a Muslim, I've been having to listen to Muslims say, they deserved it, they deserved it, they deserved it, okay? But now you're fixing to find out. Because you followed them step by step, Allah is going to bring the same horrible punishment and destruction on you, and you will deserve it. And you'll find out, if you don't figure it out now, you will definitely find out Yawm al-Qiyamah, okay? This verse, I think I've got it somewhere else, but I've gone over this verse in the Quran where Allah talks about when you refuse to do what Islam offers, when you refuse to do what Islam requires, and that's the offer Allah has made to you for your benefit and salvation, then what does Allah do? يُعَذِّبْكُمْ عَذَابًا أَلِيمًا وَيَسْتَبْدِلْ قَوْمًا غَيْرَكُمْ. Allah will punish you with a severe punishment and replace you with other people. That is what is happening. I'm coming back to tell you what you have to do immediately to have any chance to save yourselves. Assalamu alaikum.